Hello? Yep. Tis the Brooklyn Nine-Nine shirt. A fantastic shirt. See what you said about the raids. Level 80, should I focus on gathering and crafting the order? Next raid night, we should all make glams for that second fight. I don't know. I know Patrick is almost done with the story, so we could also wait for him to catch up real quick before we do ours this week. I'm down. When was our raid night? I'm free Friday night on a rare turn of events. Or Saturday. Cause your boy does not have D&D on Friday, but on Thursday, so Friday night I was planning on doing it or joining a play session of some other friends of mine. I don't join it too often, but I was planning on it, but okay. Alrighty. Wait a minute, where is... Okay. How did I see her in the... Oh, there she is. Okay, sorry. I thought a friend of mine had left the Discord, and I was like, oh no. But we're all good. We're picking up directly where we left off. Not really going to waste any time here. Just gave a follow. I can't read that. Oh, is it Oihi? Hello, Oihi. You have been adopted into the family. Alright. It's time for pain and suffering. Because I know this Erenville stuff's gonna make me cry. But I'm ready to wrap up the story. I'm ready. I'm getting a little I'm not there, but I'm getting on I'm teetering on that edge of being like, this is taking too long, you know? Alright. Then with your consent, let's begin our adventure. Naturally, while we go about this, feel free to continue befriending Endless, and be sure to absorb the delightful scenery. Chris, I will remove mod from you, my friend. Discover your location. This place is very pretty. I like this place. Yeah, think about what you've done. This particular garden is called Blooms of Discovery. Beautiful, isn't it? Now I reign supreme. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely stunning, and they are all actual plants. They are indeed. These specimens were brought here hundreds of years ago for conservation, as the calamity had pushed them to the brink of extinction. So this zone is like a great conservatory. Precisely, my dear Kryl. Here you'll find flora and fauna the likes of which no longer exist elsewhere. Doesn't the thought just set your heart aflutter? I suppose. I expect that some creatures I encountered outside the Thrall may have cousins in this world. While I am no expert on life and the reflections, it would make for an interesting study to compare them. Now there's an idea. Leave it to my pupil to think up such... That's a weird way to word that sentence. She threw me off. Cahcuia. Oh! Here we have not only a world's traversing adventurer and a veteran gleaner, but a pair of Sharlayan's finest scholars besides. It's a veritable gathering of inquisitiveness, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. I don't know what's good for Viper. I'm going to assume some quick tongue, maybe, I don't know. I'm the moderator, I shall never die. You need help. We need to get you to see a therapist. In search of discovery. To begin with, I'd like to scout out the vicinity and report back at any points of note. This would be a good opportunity to speak to the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area, after all. As Elenishbia suggested, it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. I never ventured outside of Tyrol, so I look forward to your insights. Just leave it to us. I've only ever been to Sharlayan myself, but I like to think I know interesting when I see it. Timberman. Wind Sprite. TV and the Mr. Electric. I just realized they look like... they're like a bird. They're making me think of Mr. Electric now. George Lopez! Specimen observing Endless. Oh, hello there. What am I doing, you ask? Look up the trunk. You see the plants within the capsules? These are species that either can't survive in Windspath Gardens, or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. The capsules recreate the conditions they require, from tropical to frigid climes, while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life can be preserved forever, just like ourselves. Music's so peaceful, I can feel my heart breaking already. Dude, if I see Erenville cry, I'm gonna have to leave the stream. I'm just letting you know right now, I'm not gonna be able to physically handle that as a person. I just need to make sure everyone knows. You see a creature wandering about that resembles the treants native to the Twelveswood. We've seen those in the first two. But the stream just started? Why are you implying it's gonna happen soon? Why I could you know what? We're making a new character. We don't have to see it. I'll just start back in ARR. You guys are ready to go all the way through ARR, Heaven's Word, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker again? Actually, let's not even finish Endwalker. Or you know what? I'll skip the scene with Emmett at the end of Shadowbringers. I'm good. Pog. The flower garden appears to be meticulously maintained, if not by endless, then by machines. Water watching endless. Would be a real mean move to push you in right now. Did you know that even the water here is created using electrope? The initial product is too pure, though, and adjustments have to be made so the composition resembles what's found in the natural environment. That's just one of the many things they do to create the ideal conditions for these plants to thrive. I'm not implying anything, just stating that a fact that the stream just started, that's all. I don't know what's become of the world outside the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in real life. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been to the top of this lookout here? It's a great vantage point, and there's even a food stall in case you're hungry. That one's kind of far. My ancestors aren't actually... Someone call a doctor! My ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hailed from a place called Condé Petit? Interesting. They had some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say lally-ho in a spirited manner. Oh, really? Our settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that when you stood at its base, the roots covering the ground went beyond the horizon. The terminal here at Windspath Gardens is apparently inspired by that very tree. The Leafer Tree, its name was. It may not be real, but it's nice to have it as a memento for posterity. Cool. You know, I just realized, where did they put this on the map? Okay, so it's up here. See, they put the Sea of Stars here and Unlost World here. I was very curious about this because they've not done something like this since Shadowbringers. And it's been like 2 expansions and they've had 2 like... That is a heavy Final Fantasy IX reference. Oh, see, bro, I gotta play it. I have to play the dang game. I hate not knowing this stuff. Because I would have loved to have known and been like, oh, but I can't. Because I'm a heathen who's played Disneyland time. Hey, listen, I've already shut down 3 parks. Angels, I'm in tears. I'm in pain. I'm in pain out here. Oh, Mr. George Lopez, leave me alone, Mr. Electric, please. Give me back my dream journal. I just realized some themes and plot lines of Shark Boy and Lava Girl could actually apply to this expansion. We are in the middle of closing Disneyland. Yeah, Angels, you have about... Chris, how much time does she have before she has to leave the park? Before she's arrested? As my moderator, you should know. What do you mean again? Welcome back, Aka. Kryl has just delivered to me a most fascinating report. You have some engaging impressions to share too, I hope. I do, in fact. Yes, I do. I saw a tree. Looked like another tree I know. Talk to a small boy. Well, well. That is all very interesting indeed. But I must say, I am most fascinated by the ambulating trees. Well, there are similar creatures in Urkopacha. Could you tell me more about these treants as you know them? I mean, I guess I can. There are various subspecies, such as those with red leaves or a gnarled look. I think I even saw some on the first. I'm sticking with the cowboy thing until the hat comes back off. I'm just making that clear. Is that so? Though it makes sense they would adapt to their environment in that fashion, I imagine they need careful management to flourish, such as having specific varieties of trees around them. The management of ecosystems. That calls to mind the Brinthos, does it not? That it does. Lest you wonder, Labyrinthos is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains a recreation of temperate climate zone. Such a place exists? Amazing! I like that you also fill in the lines where you're like, I don't always do that, but it feels appropriate. I don't like the dead air. By the by, did anyone also catch sight of a large scalekin? A large scalekin, you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before, but it has a rodent-like form and walks on all fours. If it looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a beastkin? No, it's covered in scales, ones that appear to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a scalekin. They're bonding again. Well, it's hard to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Very well. It was in the flower field earlier, and should still be near. Let's head over there then. When we find it, we'll see who's right. The two of you should come along too and lend us your opinions. Fine. The last time I tried to name something, it was a character in a video game, and it took me 20 hours. We love RP in this household. Yes, sir. Go on ahead, Aka. I'll let the others know and then join you. Oh, I think I breathed in a bunch of dust off of my microphone. How do you clean? Okay, you can see this. This is like the filter right on it. How in the world do you clean this thing off? Because like I can't just take. Oh, where is it? I know I have like one of those like roller thing, like the lint roller, but it's like sticky. Lick it. Chris, time that guy out. Get him out of here. Ugh. I mean, I guess I'll do that. I'll probably choke and die. Well, I don't see this thing anywhere. I see a computer in that direction. Put it in the washer. Angels! No! Is that a Gary Busey emote? Oh no, it's Willem Dafoe. That's crazy. What the? It's Shaman from Pokemon. Guys, I found a legendary. Don't have a Master Ball. You spot a beast resembling the Ekivore you encountered in the first. I don't even remember that. That's the one there. I see, I see. At a glance, it certainly has the look of both Scalekin and Beastkin. Let's examine it more closely, shall we? Tell me your observations. Now, I'd say the main feature that draws you to it is the fact that it's covered in plant-like scales. It's kind of hard to deny that there's a Scalekin feature to it. That was also the first thing I noticed. I dare say those scales are for hiding in foliage. Oh, now it's chasing its tail. What in the world? I've gone to Russian Erenville. I can't do an Icelandic accent. Dude, I should take like classes on that. It would make this more fun. I want to be a voice actor anyway. Wouldn't hurt. Having studied it, I believe that the scales upon its back are in fact a unique form of hide. Rather than being shed, it grows with the creature. You may be right. If we consider that along with its other characteristics, such as its face and hands, it's more likely to be a beastkin, like you said. A physical examination would be needed to confirm this beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. It seems you alone were familiar with the species. Where did you encounter it? Oh, you know, in another reality. That was almost killed by the light. The very kingdom of the first. Aka has been through the very edge of existence. He has seen life that others could only imagine. Amazing! Creation truly holds no end of mysteries. Voice classes for voice actor, insane. What's your deal? Why are you trying to mock me today? The second you came in here, you made fun of you commented on my shirt. And you weren't exactly making fun of it, but it felt pointed. And it's just continued. Who do you think you are? One of my best friends? Because you are. I love you. Wow. Let's see. Oh, how I'd love to see them all. The life beyond the bounds of our star and plane both. Looks like we're having fun. Hearing about the unknown never fails to rouse me. I felt the same way when Ketram and Galef treated me to tales of their travels. You've met my grandfather too. Why are you even surprised? Oh, didn't I already mention it? It was when Galef came to Tyrol to investigate the Golden City. I happened to have business with Kulul Jaja, so we met in Tuliolo. Little did I know that the tiny babe he was cradling would return as you. To think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. 20 years ago, she looked that young? And she died from old age? In 30 years? When they lived to like 300 to 400? This is... I think this might actually be my biggest issue with like a retcon or plot hole or whatever the heck you want to call it. Doesn't matter. And choosing a Vieira was a mistake. That was their problem. If they had made this a human or something, I would have been like, down, Rothgar, anything. But a Vieira, canonically, 400 years, anywhere between 300 to 400. I mean, again, we haven't seen an old Vieira before. I'll admit, we haven't seen one. But, I mean, bro, she looks the same as she did. What would have been? This was 20 years ago. So another 60 years prior to this, to this flashback, she was hanging out with little Jaja and traveling the world. And Erenville is like, I don't know how old Erenville is, but you know, well, he grew up with Wuklamot, so he can't be that old. He's got to be in like his 20s or 30s. So Erenville's got another couple hundred years to go. So she had a she had a kid in her 200s or like 300s is what they're telling me right now, and she doesn't look old at all. I'm not vibing with it. Well, thank you for the other follow. Let's go. Reached your follower goal of 60. Thank you so much. Do you have multiple accounts? You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm not paying for bots. Thank you so much, Yuna. Ugh, big stretch. Anyway, I stand by the confusion. It doesn't make sense that she died. I still think she got, like, murdered or killed by something. But that doesn't make sense unless she ran out of soul cells, which I suppose is possible. Only because I kept having problems or forgetting my login info. Well, thank you so much, Ina. I appreciate it. To think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. Not only yours and mine either. Ellen Spear was there too, you know? I don't remember. It's quite fine if you don't. She doesn't want to someone to remember her as a baby, I guess. Oh, Mom, I'm so embarrassed. Don't talk about when I was a baby like literally everyone else in existence. What? It was actually because Galef told me about Charlian that I later urged Elena Spia to take up gleaning. My fussy Bun was growing up, dour and withdrawn. It was when I was at my wit's end that I recalled your grandfather's story about gleaners. Seeing the world through their adventures would inspire a change for the better, I believed. I'm sorry I was dour and withdrawn. If you ask me, you still have some work to do. But it's because you're that way that you're with us now, and I, for one, am grateful. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? There is a facility I've been wanting to visit, the Clara Museum of Nature. They're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisure flights. There's just one problem. It seems only 3 people can fly at one time. Well, then you and Erenville should go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we can do here. If there's room for one more, why don't you come with us, Aka? Do I really have to be witness to this sad event that's gonna make me bawl my eyes out? I already cried enough last stream. Jeez. Alright. Then it's settled. The museum is at the bottom of the ramp that runs west of Linode Aero. Come on! Oh, Lanode. Linode? What in the world? It's Lanode. Oh my goodness. We're coming up on the end. About to shut down the last park of Disneyland. Sorry, Chris, but you're never gonna see. I'm shutting down Universal too. You're not gonna see. You're not gonna see that new Harry Potter Ministry of Magic place, and I'm gonna cancel it before it happens. Yep. Scream all you want. It's being shut down. The only thing I don't like of Dawntrail is the complicated names. That's definitely been a struggle. That's for sure. Oh, finally, the knowable. The name's fitting. I finally know how to pronounce something. My goodness. Yeah, I only have like 2 issues with Dawntrail. I don't really like the fact that Cahcuia is dead, because we didn't really meet her beforehand or even get her too much in the flashbacks, like during the Rite of Succession. And then just like she's supposedly died, I guess, somehow, when she shouldn't have. If we're talking about old age, if she was killed and she didn't have soul cells, I guess, but they didn't say that. Anyway, that bothers me, but that's not that big of a thing. My only real issue has to just do with the fact that it was very slow at the beginning, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, it was fine. It's been great, actually. But I can't handle the fact that this expansion is also just a mix of all the other expansions. Has anyone else noticed that? She's an explorer, and luckily wasn't allowed souls due to being in the resistance. Small amount of game crackle? Crap, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna try to wait it out. Let me know when it stops, because whenever I try to fix it, it comes back over and over again. When I let it wait out, it just like kind of resets after a bit and then fixes itself. So just let me know when it fixes, Chris. And then it stays that way. What I was gonna say is that I really like that not by the Thunder Yards. Yeah, I suppose that's very true. The only other thing that like that I have really to comment on about the expansion right now, but this is a good thing, is the fact that it represents each expansion prior, like straight up, in different sections of it. So it doesn't, other than A Realm Reborn. Now, we don't see the Heaven's Word connection necessarily, but before we got here, Gulul Jaja brought unity to a bunch of warring races who were vying for land and resources, and brought them together under one government and brought unity, which is not dissimilar from Heaven's Word with the issues of the dragons. That one's a bit more of a loose connection, but then everything after that, it feels direct. I mean, first and foremost, the Rite of Succession is pretty much the Stormblood plotline, with like traveling and meeting a bunch of different people across Othard and the Far East, and just like when getting to know them, and you fall into this like you just kind of realize you're like, wait a minute, it's doing Stormblood better. So that's the Stormblood, is the Rite of Succession. Then there's that pause, and we go into a tiny bit of Stormblood again, where there's like suddenly this super powerful warring race that shows up and starts killing everything. But Spheen's plot, where she's like trying to get people to remember and like remember her people, that they can live forever, and bring them back, the sacrifice of Ether. That's Shadowbringers with Emmett, Selk. And like the world that the Alexandrians live in is weird and destroyed, and like they're kind of overtly happy, like Cahcuia, you know. And then you now pretty much have Endwalker, where I'm meeting like when I met the Ia and the dragons and the Omega robots. I'm meeting these people in each section and helping them like realize, or like finding something in that, something emotional, like a message. And then it just is the audio still bad, Chris? You haven't said anything. But the emotional connection, and then they end up killing him. It's still going. Dang it! All right, I'll just go and fix it then. I'm gonna take care of that after I wrap this up this week. Cool. But you have that emotional connection. And then, like, at the end of each section in Ultima Thule, they would, you know, kill the party member but they would disappear. And then you have the same thing, not the same thing here, not the party member dying, but that emotional connection, that message, that lesson you learn, and then I shut down an area. So it's very much Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker again, but it's not from our perspective this time. I mean, it is, but it's for Wuklamont. It's for Erenville. This is Wuklamont and Erenville's story and Kryle's story. It's not ours this time. It's other people experiencing what I went through from a much quicker lens, you know? Experiencing the type of loss and lessons that I had to learn, and I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines watching Wuklamont become the Warrior of Light, and Erenville and Kryle becoming, you know, like the companions who lost people. I just think that's really cool. I really, really like that they did this. At first I didn't like it, because I was like, okay, we're just copying, but since they pretty much did every expansion, like, in order, I'm okay with it. Now, if they had brought the Ascians into this, like, I swear, if any of them had shown up, if there was any mention of Hydaelyn, in terms of, like, dealing with, like, what they did, I would probably would have ruined this expansion. I'm not saying that it can't be brought up and work, but I'm kind of sick. Like, I know we're on a reflection, but I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing about them for right now. So, which is why I like that they just, in passing, mention Emmett being like, hey, go to the other reflections. Anyway, here it is, the Clara Museum of Nature. The main building is closed due to ether shortage, but happily they're still offering leisure flights. And these are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. I'm riding a capybara. They don't look capable of flight. Come now, you know better than judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great. I just know it. I'm ignoring your messages right now. Begging your pardon, but this is where you can go on leisure flights, yes? Indeed it is. Bearing you will be our adorable... Alright, I can do this. Mewapiatus! What is this name? You are specially trained by a Tiroli friend. Just say the word, and we will send you up, up, and away. Shut up, angels. And there you have it. Shall we then? Mewapiaras, really? Why are they like what? I said this before. I said this like in a few streams ago when I was running around Shaloni for the first time. I swear, Yoshi P, his staff, none of them can say these names. Not a one of them can say these names, and they were like, we want everyone else to suffer. No matter, unless they're from the culture that they're taking these names from, they did this to make everyone look like an idiot. I swear they did. Yoshi P stumbled on one of the names in the middle of a meeting, and he was like, I gotta get revenge on everyone now. Everyone has to go through this. Jeez. Seriously, like they mixed American culture, like this, like American culture, with the saloon and like the cowboy town, and you have people with American accents, like being like, "We're about to have a gunfight at noon. What's your name, sir?" "Oh, my name? Well, it just so happens to be Cahcuia, or Ayate, or Kozawa," and you're like, you okay? No, I'm just cleaning blood coming out of my nose from the aneurysm I just had. It's so jarring. Could have named him like Kyle, but no, Kozawa, or whatever the heck. Jeez. Why do they do this? Razat Han was easier to deal with. Shaloni Knights. Yeah, dude. You all ready? Then go ahead and mount up. I was able to say it without reading it earlier, but now that I'm trying to read it, I suddenly can't. The Jesus, give me strength. Alright. The Mawapiaras fly a set route, so you need only relax and enjoy the view. Sure. This is going to be as ridiculous as when I first rode Argos. Hey, I'm standing here. There's no... Oh. Just walk through me. I'll be damned. They really do fly. Hey, the way we're flying in formation, don't we look like migrating birds? Except we're on giant rodents. Speaking of migrating birds, the mallard is where your name comes from. Did I ever tell you that? That I knew, but I learned it from the shamaness, not from you. A migrating bird can fly anywhere it desires, even across oceans to distant continents. And you've done just that, my clever mallard. I say clever? I don't know. Like, I think you'd not to call me that. Yeah. Capitals? No Wapiaras? Yeah. Oh dear. Is it over already? Time really does fly when you have fun. What a joy to see living memory from up high. Shaloni noon. That was wonderful. An experience worth saving for the very end. You two enjoyed yourselves as well, I trust? I did indeed, thank you, ma'am. It was enjoyable enough, I suppose. From my fussy bun, that's high praise. I'm glad I invited you and Akka. Thank you for indulging me. If I could, I'd go for another 100 rides. But I must settle for one. It's time we were headed to the Aero Terminal. If there are still things you wish to do, you'll want to do them now. When you're ready, make your way along the path yonder. I'll find the others and let them know the same. Don't do this to me. Don't do that. As long as they don't do voice acting for the goodbye, which they will, I'll be fine. But if they voice act, I will cry. Almost guaranteed. And I'm not really ready for it. Let me get some tissue. Yeah, seriously, can you send me some? Hold on, wait. I brought this box the other day because the scene with Gululja crying about being alone. Oh, that broke the crap out of me. The mom myself, I wasn't ready for this whole living memory area. Yeah, I would not want to be in your shoes on that one. I'm so sorry. She's only a facsimile constructed from her memories. I understand this, but when she's right there, as alive and spirited as I've ever known her, how am I supposed to do it? How am I supposed to erase her? Does she even know how it tears me apart? Oh! Alright, no, they already got me on those lines. Crap. Oh. Can we get one expansion that's not gonna make me bawl my eyes out? Stormblood was good. Okay, no, Stormblood was the worst one. All the rest of them made me bawl my eyes out except for Stormblood, and Stormblood was the worst. I guess not. I guess we can't. It's too much to ask. Is it still after me? Turn around. Thank you. Man, oh well. Just have to ask. Stormblood made you mad. it did go on for. I liked it when I first played it, but then upon reflection, I was like, this wasn't that great. Especially when you play Shadowbringers right after and Heavensward right before, you kind of go, that sucked, didn't it? Wait, how did it make you angry? That's where you met the love of your life. Xenociegavus. Wish it was about Raubon. That's fair. I didn't dislike Lys. They could have done it better. Stormblood post content is peak. It's pretty, yeah. Yeah, agreed. Sorry, I didn't mean to out you there, Angels. Just wanted everyone to know the truth.
How delightful this has been. Not since my journey with the Dawn Servant have I enjoyed myself so. No, I'm selling it short. This was even better. And that's because I was able to share this adventure with my darling boy.
Mother, why are our accents different? I've always wanted to ask.
This is as far as I can go. As for the rest...
Just stop. You're doing it again. Deciding everything by yourself, and then disappearing.
Eleneshpia, you're my pupil, so you ought to understand. Everything that lives must one day die, and that which has died isn't meant to return. This is the way of nature. Mine is an unnatural existence, and I've suffered it only because I had to unmake this twisted mausoleum. But now that brave souls have appeared to whom I might entrust my mission, I may finally embrace the end. Can't you be happy for me?
How could I be happy?
I was actually quite scared, you see. Scared that I'd be trapped inside the barrier forever and denied the thrill of discovery for all my days. Your coming gave me courage and comfort, Eleneshpia. More than you know. And now here I stand, unburdened and free. In this moment, the happiest of my life.
And those feelings will live on.
As you wish, Mother. I'll continue what you began. You were right, of course. Leaving home has broadened my horizons. I've met my friends and found this place. So I bid you leave your dreams with me. And no, I'll go where you couldn't go, and do what you couldn't do. I will.
Look at you. All grown up and dependable. Yet with so much more ahead. A world of experiences await you, each a lesson of its own. You may know failure and burning regret, but these two shall become beacons to guide you. So come what may, hold your head high and carry on with conviction. And wherever your journeys take you, keep me close to your heart, will you? I should like to be there, to see what I haven't seen.
You will be, Mother.
Now, run along. And never forget that you're my pride and joy. I trust you all can handle the rest. Take care, and farewell.
The second one, my nose. I couldn't have asked for more fulfilling final hours than these. I'm so happy to have met you, Akka. You and everyone. Thank you for the memories. And thank you for watching over my Ellen Spia. You'll be fine now. I know it. Look at my inventory. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine, you know. I'm pretty far off from parenthood, so I don't know. We'll leave this to you, Erenville. I won't waver. Not anymore. If you're ready yourselves, and so am I. Dude, Sven's about to be pissed. She's gonna be so mad. We haven't really seen Super Angry Sven yet, but we will. Especially when she has no emotions now. Bro. Oh, can I just like play Hollow Knight again instead? Or Overwatch?
That makes all of them.
I'd rather be angry than sad.
All that remains is to wait for the Meso Terminal to become vulnerable when it's about to initiate fusion. And then we strike.
I have not played any Final Fantasies except for 7, 15, and 16 outside of this one, and 13, and I've only beaten 15 and 16.
We are entering the final phase of world bridging.
So I wouldn't understand any of those references.
We are entering the final phase of world bridging. The ether of all residents will shortly be replenished. Be at ease. No action on your part is required. We thank you for your patience.
Wait, it's already begun?
Not good. Alright, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm kind of ready to start tearing stuff up. Not a moment too soon. It's as if she's saying she won't let us do as we please anymore. Through our time here, we've come to know what it is Sphene seeks to protect. But that doesn't change what we have to do. Dawntrail. Wuklamat's gaze is firmly fixed on the Meso terminal. We'll carry out Cahcuia's plan. It's our best chance at stopping Sphene. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt. We are all prepared, I assume. That goes without saying. Come, we head to Meso terminal. Dawntrail, baby! Woo! Finally at the end! Yeah. Oh no. Sphene time? Wait, we didn't really clear this area out. Are there people over here? Oh no, they are all gone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, are there, so like these lights are on. The barrier stops before the city. Are there people in that city? Is this small area the only area with endless? Is the rest of the city still living people? Or is this all endless people in here? Or are the lights just on because? You know? It's all so dead now. It's on because Sphene's trying. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna see all of these city lights shut off here in a bit. That's great. Oh! Wait a minute. I thought that was Sphene. Chris? Yeah, it's you. Okay, you actually got me. I genuinely thought they had Sphenes floating here, sitting on the moon. Oh, goodness. I will do my part too. Austin. I feel surrounded. If Nikolai and Caleb showed up too, I'd definitely feel trapped. Whatever it takes, we must protect that which we hold dear. My parents are watching over us, I'm sure of it, as is my grandfather. Chocobo, stop! Please! Please! It hurts. Why would you attack me? We're supposed to be allies. I would not mind if you guys wanted to join. I'm actually going to do that real quick. I'll probably invite these two as well. Can I even invite you guys? Also, I only think I have one of you. We're on different data centers. I don't know, can you data center travel right now? If you guys can data center travel, you're completely welcome to. We're on Goblin, which I think is, which data center is that on? That's on Crystal, right? Yeah, it's Crystal. Yeah, Angels, I only have you as a friend on here, I think. But I'll get to the point where it starts, and then we'll get all that sorted out. No good. It seems we can't simply shut down the Meso terminal like the others. Not surprising in the least. My mother did tell us its defenses are tight. She also left me a means of circumventing them. A program that will send your souls into the terminal's memory banks. Therein lies a virtual domain generated by Sphyn's memories. So we would venture into this domain, and then seek out and stop Sphyn. If our souls are transferred in their entirety, dying in that domain would be no different from dying outside of it. There's no guarantee of a safe return. Nonetheless, that is a risk we must take. We've already come this far, and I'll be damned if I'm going to turn back now. By meeting the Endless, I've gained a better understanding of Sphyn and the burden she bears. I want to say a few things to her when we meet again, even if it doesn't make a difference. Whatever happens, we won't let Sphyn walk her misguided path any longer. For those we've yet to meet. Is it a dungeon first? Because then I'm only going to be able to pull one other person. I'll do all I can to provide support. Mother has instructed me on her program as well as the world within the terminal. I'll also keep an eye on your bodies while you're gone. Should it come to it though, I won't hesitate to call on our comrades outside. I'm acutely aware of my limits. Upon entering the terminal, we will most certainly meet with fierce resistance from its defenses. Then there is Sphyn herself. In order to initiate interdimensional fusion, she said that she intends to erase her own memories. What manner of entity she will become as a result, none can say. And if she invokes the key and opens portals to other worlds, she would have access to vast amounts of ether to bring to bear against us. You must be prepared for anything. Whatever we encounter won't change our objective. It won't change what I'll do. Come, my friends. It's time to settle this. Wow. Alexandria now accessible. Okay, so this is a dungeon. So I can pull one other person for right now. Oh, no. Oh, you're already here. Hello, boys. Okay. I'm assuming there has to be a trial after this. Yeah, you'll join the trial. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There could be a trial. We don't. No spoilers, guys. Ooh, Alexandria. In their darkest hour, the people of Alexandria had found comfort in the comfort in the belief that physical death is not the end. And through the miracle of Electrope, the belief was made a reality. Yet everything comes at a price. Determined to sustain the Endless no matter the cost, Sphene has chosen the unconscionable course of massacring innocents. Seeking to prevent her from preying upon other reflections, you and your comrades prepare to send your souls to the Meso Terminal, where a virtual domain generated by her memories awaits. What would she have done if just everyone agreed to become Alexandrian citizens? Kill us all anyway? She would have had a problem. The people are dancing. They're laughing. They're flying. They're hopping. They're cheering. Guys, we're gonna destroy their home. What do you mean? I'm ready to cut stuff up.
To the memories of better days, I bid farewell.
Have you heard? Princess Sphene is here.
Foreign entities detected. Proceeding with removal.
Oh, goodness. Tank? Oh, you're already there. I didn't even see it. Yeah, dude.
Your smile means all is right with
I've
me.
seen this ship in this town before.
If I smile,
I can
it is
recognize
because
Final
you
Fantasy
all
games
smile
really
for
easy.
me.
Except for like 3 through 6, I will not recognize those ever. Fast time going. That's about damage. I made a mistake in my rotation. Guys, let's restart the dungeon. My rotation messed up. Vote abandoned. Elephant! Get him!
Initiating security protocol.
Ooh. What in the world? Ah! Ew. It's got a zipper for a mouth.
Foreign entities remaining. Initiating level 3 security protocol.
No? Oh, I see. I don't actually. Oh, I see. For reals. He sees. Oh, why did I walk on that one? All right, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I said I see, but I forgot I have glasses. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Again. Bruh. I got there late. Dang, dude. That's way faster than I'm expecting. I can tell. Alright. Jeez. But neither will I. Time to lock in. Yep. Crap, there's no way out of that one. Why do... I'm not locked in! I'm locked out! Someone get me the key! I cannot get through the door. Help me. Oh my goodness. It is going so poorly. I'm so embarrassed, it's crazy. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I somehow got hit by that one anyway. Ah! Help. Oh, he no! I wasn't paying attention. Don't worry, guys. I'll survive this. Oh, I did. Thank you. Oh my gosh, can we redo that? Can we delete the stream and try that again?
You are my people, and I will protect you.
Angels, no one at church needs to see any of that, so please don't clip it.
The pain.
Oh, hey, forget you saw it.
I lay to rest.
Foreign entity detected. Proceeding with removal.
That is nuts. What in the world? Goodness. I missed that. Is that Otis just popping off over there? Ooh. Amalgam. Interesting.
Security breach confirmed. Initiating level 5 security personnel.
Go for casting speed first. Damage boof. Disassembly. Okay. It's now tiny bolt. Okay. Ah, I see. Oh my goodness. Used to lose my cooldowns. Oh, whoops. Mm-hmm. yeah, exactly.
Fear not.
It's staticky
You
again?
will all live on.
No. Okay.
And at the last,
Man,
my final.
not dropped a single thing for Viper. How rude.
Fires detected. Initiate safety protocol.
Only during the battle? That's the worst. I mean, I fixed it right after. Is probably the reason why, but that sucks. I gotta fix that audio problem. Yeah.
They've done it!
Guys, I gotta go before my Super Saiyan Blue runs out. I got 10 seconds.
We can't give up! Not until keep complete!
Dang it. I am no longer Super Saiyan. Bruh. Got hit by something. Oh. Yeah, bro. Bleeding Edge Technology Eliminator. My goodness. That is cool.
Initiating level 9.
Mm-hmm. Disruption. Eren Jaeger.
Attempting removal via incision.
Partition. Okay.
Re-attempting removal via incision.
Configured partition. Okay. Yes.
Commencing extermination sequence.
Not the extermination sequence.
Attempting extermination via multiple armaments.
Partition. Glad I saw all of that somehow.
Purging via armaments. Acquiring target.
Is brain finally locked in? Question mark? Partition. Oh, this is a ring, isn't it? Aye. Go this way.
Exterminating.
Bruh. Thought this one worked. Subroutine.
Attempting annihilation by high-powered energy discharge.
Ah, shoot. Set that at the wrong time.
Energy accumulation complete. Initiating final attack protocol.
Yeah. Oh, my frames! That's so much.
Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
Of course. Oh. I did not see partition going on. Thank you.
Attempting total annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Man. Sounds like a Dalek. Ow. Hit by.
Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
Going into burst mode. What?
Attempting total annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Wow. I did. Alright. Much better on that last boss than the first one. Oh my goodness. Night and day. Well, that's how a real man kills a robot. Cowboys versus aliens continues. Still absolutely nothing. Alright. Deafening myself. Thank you guys so much for that. I will see you for the trial in a moment, I assume. Can't imagine doing that with NPCs. It's gotta be a nightmare. Sorry, fam. Y'all suck. Especially on those. That cannot be good. I mean, Heidelin was bad enough. Hmm. Oh. Omega? Is that you?
to me, please.
I'm afraid she's gone.
Synchronization will soon be complete.
Oh. Yeah?
Synchronization complete. Data for the Endless Fiend has been overwritten and reconfigured. All shall be well, henceforth and in perpetuity. Forever will I keep and cherish my people. To that end, I have removed the remaining checks upon my authority.
Oh.
Guards! Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
Wait, I still haven't said.
Be gone from my presence.
Well. That's fine. I think the crystal's still working.
According to Eliminator's battle data, you pose the single greatest threat.
I remember to bring that thing in here with me. Is that even possible?
You will be erased, here and now.
That's fair. Probably the smartest villain so far. Taking me out right off the rip.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria, and my desire to protect my people transcends all others. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice? Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I?
Well, I feel like I'm playing near. Wait a minute. Do you have a hand in this? Sphene, I know what I have to do.
Obstruction to the plan will be summarily removed.
Ha ha ha! Dude. Yeah? What's that? Okay. That is fire. That is such a good track. I like that way more than Zeromus. I'm gonna be real. Let's go. And we're back. Alright. Are you two on what you want to be? Is everyone else on what they want to be? Oh. Whoops.
What?
I didn't have Discord up when we fought that last dungeon on the stream. That's crazy.
What up?
It means no one heard anything you guys said. So they just heard me talking to myself the entire time.
W.
Dang it.
That's hilarious.
That is really funny. Okay.
Yeah, we're good. I think everyone's good. No instant pop. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
At the very least, we have myself and Chris as tank and healer, so we should have a good. We have a solid of those two. Hopefully, we can get another solid pairing. We'll be alright.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping indeed.
I'm cranking my music, by the way.
That's entirely fair.
If I don't hear you, there's a reason.
Very jealous that he gets to listen to music while he
Yeah, dude, I'm vibing right now.
I have the. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interfos.
Get another warrior and sage combo.
Oh, really?
Alright.
The walls have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
I can't wait for all of the memories of the people being like, Speen, no, don't do this. We don't want you to be this type of queen. Queen Eternal.
I will suffer no interference. Disappear.
How would you rate the difficulty of this?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
up there.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude.
Because
Let's get it.
Insinger was kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is above Insinger.
That does not surprise me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Oh, I can see how you can tell. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Drone time.
Ah!
I will take it down.
Oh, I shouldn't have stayed there, apparently. I didn't realize.
Damn it. Flipped.
Well, I almost finished my rotation, too.
The world is beyond.
Yeah, bro? Coronation? Coronating what? Oh, brother.
We control the AoE.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Ah. 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 Yeah, bro.
Oops. Sorry, other stage. Double stacked that. Ooh. More drones, I think. Is that just for the tank?
Okay.
Damn it, we did it again. Ugh.
What? Bruh. Oh!
Uh-oh.
No. I was like, alright, one death is good, one death's good. Two's embarrassing. Hey, angels. You're dead with me. Yay! Friends till the end.
Do not be afraid.
What? I just got back up! I wasn't ready. Why? Why would they do this to me? I literally get back up and I'm in front of a wall and I put myself in front of the hole and then it raises me up in the air and I was not in front of the hole. I had no option to live. No chance. Oh. Okay. Okay, we got two over there.
No. Oi. Okay.
Alright, playtime's over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Yep.
Yeah.
There goes most of the party.
I do say, we seem to be in a bit of a pickle.
Alright, here's a little more.
Oh! Ah, shit, that.
Bye, Patrick.
Yeah. I looked away for a second. That's 3 deaths. Hey, maybe it won't target me right off the rip, you know.
Let us rise.
Pick it off, pick it off. My goodness.
Alright, here we go again, round 2.
Round 2 indeed. Can he make it out of this one? We shall see. Oh.
Is this a rift in reality? Has she lost control of the power? Steen, listen to me. I understand. I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course.
Lamont. Oh, brother. She's got that lift.
There's truly no other way to
Man, she's
resolve
gotten
this.
really strong, or just way more confident in herself.
Then face
That's
me.
the resolve.
Not as a machine.
That's the dynamis.
But as real you.
Lamachi.
Anomaly detected in memory banks. Data for the endless field partially restored.
Oh, nice.
This is what I desire, and I will not fail.
Time for the best fucking song.
Oh, whoa!
I can't bear to lose them. Not again.
I feel your pain as if it were my own. At last, I think I know you. All of you.
How can you say that to me now?
It's over, Steen. We will stop you.
No! I won't let you! I can't! I will protect my people's happiness!
Leave that burden with us now. We will bear it in your stead.
Phew. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Deafening. Whew. My goodness. That was a great fight. Not gonna lie. That was really good. I still don't like how a lot of their fights end and just kind of like throw crap at the wall, but this was still one of the best boss fights. It's so good.
Sphene!
Your voice reached me, Lamachi.
Is it really you?
No, only in part. My memories as a living person are gone. I've been remade from those I had as an endless. However, I cannot remain long, for the meso-terminal will soon cease to function. Once, you wanted to know me, Lamachi. Let my last act be to give an honest accounting. I am, above all, sorry for the suffering I've caused your people and mine. I am ultimately powerless against the inevitable, unable to do aught but visit harm upon the innocent. I am, in the end, a pitiful, selfish creature. One that should never have been created.
You strove to make your people happy. For a time you did. No shame in that.
Our nations are worlds apart, but they feel so close. Who knows what we could have accomplished had we walked together towards a shared future. And yet, it could never be so. We each had our own to protect.
If only I had met you when I was still alive, then perhaps. But it's no use dwelling upon a miracle that didn't happen. Still, if there's one thing I hope you'll believe, it is this. Brief though it was, I treasured our time together. It pains me to think that its memory will disappear along with me. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but when I'm gone, my people, will you?
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. And we will never forget the Endless. Neither them, nor the time we spent with you. So be free of your burdens, Sphene. And sleep well.
I will. Thank you. Farewell, my beloved Alexandria.
So it was that the Meso-terminal fell dark, and the Endless departed for Oblivion's embrace. Their resplendent paradise was no more, as the memory sustaining it faded with the golden light. Even so, in a way, they live on. This I felt with conviction, as I basked in the glow of a new dawn.
Close my eyes and scream to the wind. Look around and find me standing alone. Look again, we're standing there. 'Cause the storm is taking everything I know. You lost, you need it back. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through, out of time I'm running blank and somebody help. We stand for you. Life I couldn't understand. We're by your side. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand. What it was and yours and mine. Weaving memories through the warp and web we land. This our tale of tapestry. Never losing sight of everywhere they led.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections. Kryle's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Svíne's deeds will be remembered by those they touched. The key that started it all was entrusted to the adventurer.
That's probably the smartest
Such an
person you could have given that
artifact certainly
to.
lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research.
At the crossroads, standing here, not a star in the sky to guide me tonight.
By order of Vao Kona, the Sky Deep Cenote was placed under the strict watch of the Landsguard.
Don't know where it starts or when it'll end. Try to tame the agony as I close my eyes and scream to the wind.
With the mighty Bakuljaja among their number, they shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's absence.
Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. Out of time, I'm running blind. Can somebody help? Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand.
Upon learning of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria mourned and wept. Having devoted herself to sparing them sorrow, the sight might well have moved Svíne to tears. However, with Wuklamat carrying on her legacy, I have faith that her subjects will know joy once more. As anticipated, the news that young Gululja had succeeded his father as king was greeted with trepidation. Reception was also mixed when Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian. But the people were mollified to learn that Everkeep's systems remained operational, and there would be no impact on their lives. One day, when he is older, Gululja will decide for himself what manner of ruler he will be. Till that day and beyond, may the path of the young king be illuminated by the love of family.
So high on the down we set our sights on the horizon. Fly to the forest starry-eyed.
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together to hail their new Dawn servants' great victory. Having honored those they lost, they turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days. and
3 days, 3 nights! That's crazy! Yo, we should, to my church homies, we should do that every Easter. Dude, we should do a 3-day celebration. I know we technically do, but it's not really so much of a celebration. It probably should be. Oh, it's the trailer, finally. The trailer was after? That's surprising.
Seize the day and hold on tight. The sun is rising. Life, take its
Studio.
and take a bite. So high
Senina was being sealed by a magical dance from Amulja children.
Those who had spent 30 years in the dome struggled to resume their former lives. This and a host of other challenges remained.
The two Dawn servants.
But as the new Dawn servants continue to lead with strength and wisdom, the people may be assured that peace will endure.
And that's the story. All right, bye. Yeah, baby. Okay. Take flight. Yeah. Dawntrail's done. Okay. Final thoughts. I'm going to do the best I can, which is very unlike me, to keep this as short as possible. Thank you so much. Yeah, it will be raid time later this week. I think first and foremost, why am I getting... Streamlabs is advertising overlays for Diablo 4. It says, specifically it's saying, check out overlays for your Diablo 4. I've never streamed Diablo 4. That's weird. Anyway, final thoughts. The intro to Dawntrail was very good. I liked how everything kind of went down with the boat ride, the storm, meeting Galulja, seeing Estinian fight him. All that was fun. Getting to know each of the races of Tuliolo was nice, but it went on for a little too long. It was getting very Stormblood-esque. And I only have kind of let that go because it was on purpose, because they were copying Stormblood, then shifting into themes that copied Shadowbringers and shifting into themes that copied Endwalker. It was kind of a mix of everything. Whether or not that was intentional, I don't know, but that's kind of what Dawntrail felt like, was a remembrance of what we went through, but giving it to other characters to experience. So for me, I felt like it was mostly fine. Now, there is not enough action in this. I did not get to fight enough things. I did not get to do enough. It really bothered me. That's another mark against it. I really didn't like that. And lastly, the last complaint I have is just simply the fact that I don't feel like Cahcuia needed to die. I understand giving Erenville that character development, but he already had the desire to do what she wanted to do when we met him in Endwalker. So it didn't really make sense to give him the desire even stronger now with the motivation of his mom. The other thing it did was made him open up more, but we could have done that without his mom dying. And I would have liked for them to be like, oh, she died from getting killed by this, because if she just died from old age, I find that extremely hard to believe. You know? I just find that ridiculous. You know? For Riviera, of her guesstimated age. So I just didn't like that. I mean, it was emotional, it impacted, but I didn't like that. Now the rest of it, everything else about Dawntrail was great. Characters, very good. Gulul Jaja, I liked him a lot. Bakul Jaja, I grew to like him. Zeralja was a good villain for the most part. He was a little bland, but I still liked him. I still think he worked for what they were trying to do. Especially since transitioning into Sphene, that was really good. I mean, you had the goofy villain into like the big, like, unknown, extreme, dangerous motivation villain into the emotional, connected villain. So you had like all three, because Bakul Jaja was of course the goofy, cartoonish villain, and then they moved on. Kona was a surprise. I didn't expect Kona to be as cool as he was. I thought Kona would be like annoying. I was pretty convinced that Kona would be annoying. I had no doubt in my mind, and yet I was wrong. Kona was not annoying. Kona was actually one of the best supporting characters of this entire expansion. The way he learned about being what it really means to be a leader, and how like being oppressive about the technology and just shoving out tradition is not exactly the move. And he learned that from of course Thancred and Urianger, and just kind of their hand in it was great. I like the fact that the Scions didn't fight like verbally, emotionally at any point. That's really out of character for them, so I'm glad they didn't. It wouldn't have made sense. I feel like it would be interesting if they did put drama in the Scions at some expansion at some point, like real drama. That would be great, because the only time they ever really did drama were like the 3 times that Urianger betrayed us, and then we forgave him immediately because of course. Betrayed. And like, so, you know, Kona, the Scions involvement was nice. And seeing, again, of course, seeing Wooklamont and Erenville kind of grow into their roles, especially Wooklamont kind of taking my place for Tural. Like, Wooklamont is essentially the warrior of light for Tural at this point. Now, she hasn't done as many crazy physical deeds, but she has connected with people the way I do. And she learned it from me and from my friends, who I also learned it from them, and they learned it from me. And, you know, the give and take, she got it all. And she learned it faster because we had already had that character growth. So she was able to get that character growth in an expansion alone because we had already had it for 4 others in the base game, right? We already had our moments. We'd already picked up everything we needed to know, especially like people like Alphino, who had already spent all of Heaven's Word, you know, learning who he was, and Alice doing that pretty much in Post and in Stormblood. So, very much a fan of the way they handled Wooklamont. I think she was great. I feel like anyone who doesn't like her is probably missing the point. It's probably gone over their head. Let's see, what else to talk about? The remembering people stuff is nice. Just to dive in that for a second. That's nice. It's nice to have the whole, like... Yeah, she did develop very well. I got reminded of it because of the Yakoi there. That's a nice sentiment. This isn't a complaint so much as it is like just maybe an overt concern that Amaurot was kind of the height of it, of like city structure, right? In like after it came out in Shadowbringers, and even Endwalker didn't top that. Elpis was kind of a step back because of the nature of the area being for, you know, plants and animals and development of creatures and stuff like that. So Elpis didn't really outshine Amaurot. It just kind of fit in as it should. But Solution 9 and the Golden City, now the Golden City shut down, but Solution 9 is still what it is. And it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, they have roads and flying cars, and like they have full-on modern shops and like streetwear, which is just so different from the rest of the world, which I know they're from another reflection, but it's so different from the other 2 reflections that we've been to. That's a little jarring. It's a little jarring. And I almost am concerned that they can't really top any, like they've got, like, I feel like Amaurot was the height of nostalgia. Solution 9's the height of modern style. You have Eorzea and on all the surrounding lands is the height of fantasy. You have the Far East is the height of Japan and China, like stylization. And Razathan, you got like, you know, it's just kind of, they've kind of hit everything. I mean, they even had the Wild West in this place. They've kind of done it all. I'm kind of concerned for like Mericidia. Like, what could they do that would keep it interesting? You know what I mean? Like, there's not really many locations and styles and cultures left for them to grab from that would make it like continuously nice. Obviously, they could keep doing kingdoms and what they've been doing. I don't think it's necessarily going to detract if it's similar and they can't really grab anything fresh. But it feels like they hit like a high point these last 3 expansions. 3 times in a row, I feel these expansions have just been way too good, and I'm getting really concerned. Like, you know, I just hope they don't rush the next one, is all I ask. Oh, yeah. Kozawa, or Zakoa, or whatever his name was, this guy. Every time he voice acted, I could be wrong, but I'm confident that that man is voiced by an Australian or an English person trying to do an American accent. I'm positive of it. Some of the words that came out of that person's mouth, I was like, that's not an American. That's not an American doing that voice at all. Makes sense. Their studio is not near American voice actors. It's not exactly easy to grab them, but that's just a funny thing I noticed. I think the thing that hit me the most emotionally was Galulja and his comment about not wanting to be alone. Galulja, see, like, again, not to get like overtly like personal on stream or anything like that, but Galulja talking about like being alone, like his situation is vastly different from mine, but just in life right now, like being alone and kind of loneliness has like been a huge problem for me. So when Galulja was talking about that he feels alone, but then the reveal that, like, as they point out, like, look around you, like, you're not. That hit me because that just felt so true. That was, I could relate to that a lot, and it really sucked how much that hurt. That really, really got me. So did Kryle's parents. Kryle's parents got me a lot. Cahcuia probably would have gotten me more if I felt like it made more sense. But I was still kind of mad that she was dying, and I was like, I really like this character, and she's just kind of going. She just goodbye. She showed up as a dumb TV screen, Mr. Electric looking person, and then just died. And I was like, all right. I don't know. I didn't like that. Now I watched FanFest, so I know that the Arcadia are the raids. I'm excited about that. Kryle's parents and Erenville's mom. Yeah, I'm sure for your situation you definitely got hit by that. That makes sense. You know, Tenebris, we talked about this before, but mine was Otis. Oh, well, you have great timing, Angels. There he is. You wanted to cry some more. Otis was good. Adoption story plots go crazy. Oh yeah, I'm sure, man. I want to slap Sphene and Luke. It's just so much about family. What do you... Wait, Angels, what do you mean? What do you mean you want to slap? How they reacted to what? Otis's death? Or what? Also, servitor. Yeah, I'm sure that I didn't even think about that, but it's fascinating to see how each of us are affected by different things in the story because of our own personal experiences, right? It's really cool to see. It hurts, but it's nice to confront these things and explore them. It's never good to, you know, let this type of stuff fester, and I hope Galulja doesn't get, like, I hope Galulja's able to grow up without an abandonment complex, you know, like, that can be really rough on a kid, but he's surrounded by so many good people, and I know that that can usually offset it when he has a, whether blood or not, having a family to offset that kind of feeling of loss and abandonment by new versions of parents, if you will, I don't know, and friends and siblings. I think that Luke, Lamont, and Kona are going to do a good job of keeping him on the right path. And he's got, like, you know, he's got all those stories about his grandfather that he can look up to. Sucks that he didn't get to meet his namesake. And then you, of course, have Bakul Jaja, who is now going to be a good role model. Well, he's got an arrogance problem still, but, you know. Let's see. Robot Otis deaths. Fiend was like, I got to go. Luke was, thanks for the dinner. Alice cringed. Yeah, especially because they kind of implied that he didn't get an endless body ever. They kind of implied that the robot body was his only one, so I was a little bit like, oh, okay, so I guess the memory experimentation wasn't just the robot body. Sure. Yeah. I think also, I don't think Speen reacted because she had a version of Otis in the Endless program. She already knew he was there. So I think she was more shocked that Otis existed outside of the Endless at all. And she was like, how are you here? I have you in there. The expansion very much is about family. I'm just glad that we utilize this expansion to do, like, also near Automata Dawntrail. Dude, yeah, seriously, it really is. It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if that man, I forget his name, had a, was it Yoko Taro? He probably had a hand in this. I bet he did. I haven't played Replicant, so I don't know anything about that one. But with this expansion being about family, I think it's fascinating that they tackled family in 3 ways, right? Like, the first way was with Kryl, well before the expansion started, when she found the letter. Like, we had heard about her grandfather before, I think, but we hadn't really heard much about the rest of her family. And we dive into it, and we discover grandfather is gone, you know, like, we kind of knew that, but then he apparently went to go do this thing, so she goes in search for that. We, you know, hear about Erenville's mentor until we learn that it's his mom, and then we, you know, learn about Wook Lamont, and we get to meet Wook Lamont and get to meet her adoptive father, and then we tie all that in by having all 3 of their respective guardians that they grew up with having been tied to the Golden City and to the original, like, you know, bringing together of Tuliolo, except for Gallup, of course, on that last one. But it ties all 3 of Erenville, Wook Lamont, and Kryl together because their guardians knew each other, and they interacted, and they were friends, and they never knew any of this. And then discovering the history behind it, and of course Kryl discovering her parents that had to leave her behind. And then so she had parents who didn't have a choice. Then there was Wook Lamont, whose parents had an ultimatum, but not really like he didn't have a choice. He just decided it would be better, but he didn't have to give her up. I would argue. So Wukamon had to tackle that, and of course she disconnected herself from that, and then she also lost her adoptive father. He died. And then you have Erenville, whose mom always had this weird distance thing going on. And he was off on his own, and then, you know, he's coming to find her and talk to her, and then she's dead. Like, the three applications of family they did, each from a different perspective. A character that we've known for a very long time and finally got a backstory and characterization on more than she's had prior. A character that we met last expansion and was really cool, and we got to know a little bit, but now we've gotten to know a lot, and a new character that we never met before. Doing 3 character developments, each from different points in time on the expansions and the story. Very smart, very cool. It's a lot of talking. Been rambling on. And I will consider playing Replicant. I will consider it. Nier Automata was a lot. I imagine Replicant will do the same. I'm going to tackle the Final Fantasy games first, though. I feel like I've neglected that for far too long. I started 13 a long time ago, and I started 7, but I feel like 7's so popular that I just know too much about it. And 13 is really, really hard. Like, because of the way the system works in the battle. So I think I'm actually going to start with 10, because it's like middle ground and I don't know anything about it, even though it's so popular. I just know about the Titus laugh, where they just goes out and he goes, ha 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 ha. Something about him discovering his emotions, so I'm sure the scene will actually be better when I get to it, but it seems silly right now. But I want to know. I want to learn about it. And 16 was really, really easy. 15 was kind of easy. So I'm excited to get into these other ones that like are turn-based and are harder. I guess I'll stream them. Although streaming turn-based games is never like the best unless you do something on top of it. But we'll get to Replicant one day. For now, it's probably just going to be 14 and Overwatch, because I also need to, the streams will probably die down. I need to edit my Endwalker streams from like 2 years ago. Although that's going to be really difficult, but I'm going to. And just make, I was going to say short form, medium form videos, 15-30 minutes long, and just go put my reactions to different parts of the story. And then I'm going to do the same for this expansion. I don't have any streams before Endwalker. And then I'm going to put them all up on a VOD channel as well. Or maybe the same channel in a VOD playlist. That editing practice will be very good for me, because it will definitely help me with the other YouTube channel idea that I talked about before, involving like Jesus and stories. Which I do plan on tackling the idea I had about comparing Vana to Jesus biblically. I am going to do that. I just need to write the script. And again, I of course want to make it very clear in my video when I do that you should not worship Vana. Vana is not a one-to-one to Jesus at all, and I will be covering where they get things wrong biblically. But I just think they would be really cool videos for people who they want to play games or watch shows or whatever, and they feel legalistic about it. And yeah, some things you just shouldn't touch. You know, if it causes you to stumble, don't watch it, don't play it. You know, if it messes you up, don't touch it. That's pretty clear. don't watch it, don't play it, you know, duh. But I also want for people who are legalistic about it, and it's not just like them keeping themselves from stumbling, they just are so scared of everything. I just want to be like, hey, you can be discerning and you can see that, yes, not every story is going to get things biblically accurate, but there's also some things they get right. If you have a good enough judgment about it in your head, and your mind is clear and your heart is light and you have faith in the situation, You can go and you can watch shows and movies and play video games and read books that might, maybe not if they push the bound. Like I don't know about Game of Thrones, you know, like, that's a little, or Chainsaw Man, the anime, like that's might be pushing it there, but like you can go to stories still and just be like, okay, here's these things to get right, and you can just, or you can just enjoy the story as it is and be like, I'm not gonna let any of this affect my faith at all. I also want to get that effect on people. You don't have to be so critical and breaking it down like I do. That's the point of the videos. So I want the editing practice, so going back and editing all my previous streams will be my next thing. So streaming will die down from now on for a little while until I get faster and faster, because I'm also using a new program, DaVinci Resolve. I've never really used it before at all. So that's going to be a whole new thing for me. This music is going so hard right now. I love this. But yeah, I think that's everything I really wanted to talk about. I don't think that, see, anything else about Dawntrail I wanted to bring up. Okay. One last thing. Take a look at this. Hold on one second. It is not loading. Take a look at this carefully. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, Chris. I think I know what that was about. I'm getting hungry. Let's get to the end. I've done enough talking. Well, I'll probably have to read lines now. Well, I still got more world. Now where do I go next? Southern Isles, probably.
I'm sorry, we haven't been able to talk properly. Oh, between the reconstruction work and Papa's funeral, I've hardly had time to breathe.
You better not, Angels.
But at long last, oh, there's a lull in my duties. You've done more for us than we could ever hope to repay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
When we left the Eorsia behind to take part in the contest, none of us could have predicted what complications would follow.
Yeah, no, I
truly have a knack for
definitely
finding
didn't.
trouble, my friend.
But aren't you glad that I do? Because I get to take care of it.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep. You know me so well.
So what's next for you? Assuming you're still set on leaving the Gleaner's life behind?
I'm off to fulfill my mother's dream, of course. Like she had intended, I'll embark on a journey in search of the unknown. She's sure to enjoy my stories when we meet again in the ethereal sea.
You don't get to talk down there.
Well, sounds like a plan. But will you have the coin to get by?
I may no longer be a gleaner, but I still have contacts in Charlian. Contacts with deep pockets, always eager to pay for information on new or rare species.
You've got it all worked out.
We need to talk about your ethics.
And what of you? Any new adventures in the offing?
South Isles or maybe Mericidia.
Regardless, until you're ready to leave, you're our guest here in Tulihiolal. And this time, I won't pester you to take up a post. By now, I know you well enough to know you can't stay in one place. No more than you can ignore the plight of those in need. Your path will always lead you elsewhere, and you'll continue walking it. Isn't that so?
It is my duty as Azim.
An
So
adventurer
yes.
to the marrow you are. What is it exactly that spurs you on?
Do you want the Xenos answer or the real answer? Well, I guess that is the real answer. The legacies I bear. Oh. The crown? Is she still alive? Wait a minute. Well, as much as I'd love to keep chatting, I need to get going. Still a heap of things to do, and it wouldn't do to leave it all to Gona. By the way, did Gulucha decide to remain in Solution 9? He did. I said that he can consider Tuliolol his home, but he's more comfortable over there. Shell keeps an eye on him for us, but we'll visit him as often as we can. He still needs our support, especially while he's agonizing over his inherited authority. Though I told him he needn't make a decision right away. We can't postpone it forever either. I'll do whatever I can to help Galuja, as well as everyone inside the dome. I promise as much to Sphene. For my part, I'll be keeping the draw for a time. Among other things, I'd like to look into the problem with the wildlife in Shaloni. So if you get the urge, Akka, let's go on another journey together. There's still plenty of places I would like to show you. Now that sounds like fun. If you ever have need of me, I'll come running. Oh, and before I forget, I also have a gift for you. Can you guess what it is? Gear? An alpaca! It comes from Tobley's stable, of course. And it's as sure-footed as they come. Perfect for an adventurer who's always on the move, eh? Here, this is the whistle for calling it. Right, I'll really get going now. But I'm sure we're going to meet again soon. Till next time, take care. My last 2 inventory spots. Thank goodness. Oh. Fellow citizens of Alexandria, ever since our beloved queen's passing, you have understandably abided in grief. Sorrow darkens your once bright faces. But is this what Her Majesty would have wished to see? No, most assuredly not. You know this to be true. we are to honor her memory, we must reclaim our smiles. To that end, the GPU, my 4080, it's activated. Oh yeah. I did the wrong exit. I'm sorry, buddy. That's right, friends. After a long hiatus, I'm pleased to announce the grand reopening of the Arcadian. The realm's finest fighters stand ready to entertain you in glorious and thrilling combat. Come and join us, I bid you, and let your cares be forgotten. If my name isn't Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Let's go, dude. As skies aflame proclaim night's end and thoughts unto adventure tend, the brave make haste o'er hill and dale to trip something that I missed the rest of. I didn't get to my Twitch stream in time for the delay. They do not leave that up long enough. I read that kind of fast, too. I read it faster, but... Yay! Alrighty. Well, that's it. The Wandering Minstrel. Are you dressed like a viper, my friend? How did you get that outfit? I will see all of you probably Friday when I do the raids for the first time. I will probably not stream much the rest of the week. Anything I do will probably be off camera. Maybe I'll play some Overwatch on stream, but other than that, I won't be streaming this week. I got D&D stuff to take care of, and I need to put together a system in which I can edit my stuff. I also need to figure out my audio, so I will probably stream an audio test stream, but I won't be doing anything other than testing the audio. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much to Angels, to Chris, to Austin, to Oihi. Thank you so much to FF Lover, who missed the last stream, but was here for this stream. And yeah, I will see all of you guys on Friday.